All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this exciting meeting webinar tonight, where we'll be having a discourse on something that I find very, very exciting. Interestingly, I have a very special guest, a friend, a brother. He's a great coach. Every time he talks, I don't know which part of my brain he touches with the way he dissects things and brings out what you never saw. And I'm never ashamed to always tell him that he brings out angles I never paid attention to. And that's why he's somebody that I hold very dear and respect a lot, especially when he has an opinion and he has something to say. And today's one of those days where he has something to say. And trust me, if you do not listen to him, it will be at your own disadvantage. You've got to put away every distraction, because this is not your everyday call. This is a very, very how will I want to put it? Very special call that we have with this person. He's been following the project. He's been doing his researches. He's been working on the numbers. That's one great strength he has. He's a numbers person. He will pull out numbers that will keep you awake. And tonight, if you pay attention, the numbers might keep you awake. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, permit me to bring to the microphone somebody I hold very dear in my heart, truly respect. He's a coach, he's a mentor, and he's a husband to one female wife. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Emeka Nwankwo to the microphone. The floor is yours, sir. You know, we have male wives, so I needed to be emphatic as the one you married. Okay, you have the floor, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sure it should be evening wherever you're hearing me from. Let me be sure that you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me clearly, let me say a yes. Let me be sure that I'm not talking to myself. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. The person that just introduced me, of course, you know that the Bible said that the lesser is blessed of the greater. In this business, he's my mentor, and always my mentor in all the things we've done together. A great mind, always a positive energy around him. We've done a lot of things together, of course, positive things, good things. We've made money together. We've lost money together. We've gone into things that worked. We've gone into things that never worked out. And in all of that, we learned a lot of lessons. We've been together for many, many, many years. So when he sees an opportunity and tells me he's going, I don't really even need to think twice before I follow. Why? Because I know the pedigree and the quality of reasoning that he brings, into what he does. When he tells you that he has done due diligence, you better listen to him. Ladies and gentlemen, I have an opportunity to speak tonight, in this meeting. So please hear me out. My duty is going to be very simple, is to show you. I would say present to you, but I will show you. And when I've shown you, then it becomes your responsibility what you do with what is shown to you. I will not be convincing anybody about anything. It's not my duty to convince anyone. It's not my duty to prove anything. All I'm going to be stating are facts. They are not sugar-coated. They are not, hyped. Plain, cold facts. And some of the things I'm going to be sharing are not personal to me, are things that are in the public domain that you can also go ahead and do your own due diligence and then confirm whether the things I'm going to be saying are so. And if you find them to be so, of course, you know what you have to do. You take action, massive action. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I just want to, in a few minutes, I'm going to make it very brief, straightforward. I'm going to shoot right to the core, cut through the cheese. You'll get it. Simple. How $200 can be worth $5,000. If you saw this caption somewhere, what would be the first thing that will come to your mind? You saw a caption that says $200 could become $1,000. Let me even say $1,000, $2,000. Now we're talking about $5,000. Now, if you live in a country like Nigeria, where I live, where minimum wage is anywhere between, depending on the state where you live and the persuasion of the governor, the executive governor of that state, then you know that $200 is a lot of money. So it's a lot of money. But now look at the distance between $200 and $5,000. Now, if I tell you that this is not just possible, it's possible within a space of 60 days. Yes, 2 months, 2 calendar months, that $200 could easily, without you doing anything extraordinary, be turned to $5,000. What will you say to me? I'm sure you'll say, show me, show me, show me. And that's what I'm really going to do tonight, show you how $200 can be worth $5,000. And it's very simple. So come along, let's go. Now, you would have, if you're coming for the first time, you'll be wondering what, where, how, what planet, which system, what company, what opportunity. Now, but if you have been here before, you would have had this name, Daisy. If you didn't hear it all this while, you would have had it in a couple of days in the past, just recent past. Why? Because Daisy made a big splash all over the world. Daisy stands for Decentralized Artificial Intelligence System. Daisy is not a company. Daisy is a platform for creating amazing opportunity for business-minded community. And I'm going to tell you a little more about Daisy, but suffice it to say that I want to go right into how $200 becomes $5,000. I'm sure that's what is speaking your mind, and that's what you want to find out. Now, Daisy, I'm going to tell you a little more about Daisy later on, but let me tell you what Daisy has done. Then we'll find out who is Daisy, and then how do you get involved with Daisy, and then what does it even give you if you get involved with Daisy. Daisy, today, just whenever anytime I call Daisy, what you should be hearing is Apple. What you should be hearing is Amazon. So Daisy today stands like what would have been an exclusive opportunity for you to be part of a company like Amazon. Imagine that you had the opportunity to be part of Facebook, to have some equity and be part of the business space that Amazon was going to play into, and you had the opportunity of getting in and owning a piece of Amazon. And today, you know, I saw an article recently that showed that YouTube, that Google bought YouTube for about $1.6 billion, and that's 2006. And today, YouTube is worth over $500 billion. So that's what happens when you get a piece of a company, and then value goes into that company. Over time, it becomes not just more valuable, it becomes a gold mine. Now, so imagine that today you have an opportunity to get a piece of of an entity, a business entity called Daisy, and you're going to see what it's all about. Sorry, some people are trying to reach me. Maybe they want to give me some money. Now, Daisy is giving us opportunity to enjoy what traditionally is only available to the very rich, the people we call the venture capitalists, people who have money and they're looking for opportunity to put in the money, and then they don't really care. They just want to make a return on their investment. So they look for, budding new businesses that are trying to go public, or are trying to, get out of formation stages, and then they put in their money, and then sometimes they get equity, maybe 20%, 40%, depending on their negotiation. And then once that business grows to a point, they pull out their money, and then they do that again and again and again. So what are they doing? They buy the bush. You know what? When you're into real estate, you understand. You buy the bush, you sell the plots. So buy hectares when it's bush, and then once value has gone into that space, and then people begin to build in that area, and then land, the value of land go up, then they just sell it off and then go do the same thing again and again. That's what it means to get a flop position in a business I just starting off. Now, this is not a business I just starting. This is a business that is giving you a second chance, because the first opportunity to be part of this business happened some few months back, and I'm going to show you what they achieved in a very short time, so that you understand we are so excited and why we are so bullish about this opportunity. This business is given an opportunity to partake in the project that currently bringing to the market space. And what is that project? It's a DeFi. Now, do your Google much later on what DeFi means. DeFi is your banking system infused into insurance, infused into capital market, all put together and put in one space, and then created in such a way that every single person on the surface of the earth with a smartphone can participate. Imagine having access to loan without having to fill the forms and get ID card, get NIN, and all that. It's called borderless e-commerce space where everyone can be part of the business activity. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what DeFi is all about. Now, this business opportunity in DeFi space, and then on this platform, usually you have what we call tokens. So if you're in the crypto market, you understand what token is. Token is to the crypto market and crypto business what your equity or your shares are to your traditional business. So you find out today, you have Amazon. Amazon has shares. Their shares are listed on New York Stock Exchange, on NASDAQ. The same thing here, you have tokens that are tied to a business, a project, or you can call it a business, and then that token is now listed on exchanges like Binance, like Uniswap, like Pancake. Now, this is an opportunity to get access to such a token, so call it shares, call it token, whatever you call it. Basically, you're getting a piece of a project, of a business that has value beyond the company or the entity that you're putting it together, because it's going to be available to be traded publicly on exchanges across the world. So today, there's an opportunity to get access to a token that is about to go public. July 1st is going public. Already on June 12th, it was unveiled to the whole world. There was an event sponsored by Daisy, where who is who in the crypto world, we're available. And then you can go to Daisy, www.daisylp.com to see what the project is all about. And of course, you can also check coinmarketcap.com to understand what is valuable in this space. And if possible, once you get there, type DeFi, and you see what DeFi projects and businesses are delivering. They are all multi-billion-dollar concern. So we're not talking about Okeke and Son Nigeria Limited kind of setup. We're talking about business that are $1 billion affair. That's what we're talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an opportunity, listen to this. There's an opportunity to get access to the tokens of Daisy that is about to go public. There's an opportunity to get in at 10 cents a token. And this token today are valued at $5 each. So look at the distance. So it means you're getting value 50 times the value of what you're paying for. 10 cents, and ladies and gentlemen, if not that something happened that the company says, okay, let's make it a little bit more available to people, this opportunity would have been gone by now. I mean, I'm talking about a few days back, they were going to shut down this. But you still have an opportunity, 30th of June, to be part of this, to get into the floor position. 10 cents is worth $5 already. So whether anything happens or does not happen, it really doesn't matter. The moment you get into this space, you are 50 times richer in terms of what you put in this space. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what this is all about. So I tell people why we are talking about this, because there is something called the Daisy advantage. Now, whether you know about Daisy or you don't know about Daisy, once you're in the crypto space, in the next couple of days, in a few weeks' time, you will hear about this. The buzz will be everywhere. The only thing that will have changed is that this opportunity will not be available anymore. So what you are hearing has a time span of about a couple of 10 days, 2 weeks max. This offer will no longer be on the table. Now, so what is the Daisy advantage? Now, the Daisy advantage is simple: an opportunity to get this token at 10 cents today, and at the listing price of $5, you are getting a 50,000% return on investment. There is a caveat. You get 10 cents when you fulfill certain condition, and I'm going to tell you about the condition. Number two, that means that not only are you going to get this token, so buying at the public exchanges, but you can get it through an arrangement I'm going to be sharing with you now. It gives you opportunity to also own a piece of the exchange. Now, it's not just an exchange that is bringing to the market. This is actually bringing what we call a licenses to happen on this space. Are all put together on one platform. And by being part of Daisy community, you have a piece, you own a piece of not just the token, but a piece of the exchange, a piece of the launchpad, a piece of all the community. So you are leveraging several business platforms, leveraging several business opportunities, all at the same time by a one-time involvement. Now, that is what I call the DAISY advantage. And number three, not only are you getting opportunity to get the token, there is ongoing futuristic revenue that will come from your involvement in the DAISY community. And then that involvement gives you access to other benefits, apart from the fact that you are getting a token that the valuation today already gives you a 50x, a head start of 50 times what every person will get when it comes to the public. You also have opportunity of holding that token and then staking it. And then what happens as other projects come on board, your positioning today gives you opportunity to enjoy revenue from these new projects that are going to be listed on the DAISY launchpad. Imagine that you got involved, with a business where you bought shares of, let's say, First Bank, shares of Zenith or NBL, and just by owning a part of that, on every sale, on every customer that joined First Bank as a banking customer, whatever transaction they do with that customer, you get a percentage or a piece of that revenue. Imagine you have such an agreement. Not only are you getting intrinsic value on the share, on the equity you hold, you're also getting value on business that are done without your involvement. Ladies and gentlemen, it can't be better than that. That's what we call the DAISY advantage. And today you have an opportunity of being part of it. You say, but what does this all mean? Why must I actually even get involved in this kind of a project? Why don't I just buy shares and then I just go and sit down? I understand shares. I don't understand all these token things. Ladies and gentlemen, shares will not do 200, 300%, per annum. But look at the numbers here. Look at the numbers. Why you must get involved in pre-sales. I tell you, pre-sales, like I just talked, is about buying the bush, buying it when it's early, getting involved before it goes public. That's what pre-sales is all about. Now look at what happened, DeFi projects in the past that has happened. So they can see a point like, how do you judge the future? How do you predict the future? Look at the past and borrow lessons from the past to take action in the present so you can navigate the future. So let's look at some of the tokens that currently, in the marketplace. Some of this you can find on CoinMarketCap. And then we look at their pre-sale price and we look at their current market price. Note that as we speak, the crypto market is on the floor. It's in a dump. It's in a slump. So the market crashed, in quote, but look at the crashed market, what value it gives to people who already position themselves through the pre-sale. Look at NXT. NXT, what was the pre-sale price? Less than 1 cent. Yes, $0.000168. Today, the current price is about $0.042. But you know what? It's done 250,000% return on investment. Where else will you put money? And in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, it will do 250,000%. Where else? Tell me, real estate? Tell me gold? Tell me oil? Tell me stock market? Not at all. Not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, so look at the numbers. IOTA, 520,000%. Pre-sale price, $0.001. And then current price, $5.2, $5.20. Done 520,000%. I'm sure we all know Ethereum. That's the popular one, Ethereum. Ethereum was offered at $0.311, about 31 cents. Today, at the peak of the market, I'm talking about 60 days ago, Ethereum hit almost $4,000. But even at the depressed value of $2,400 thereabout, is done 779,000%. Can you beat that? Yes. That's how we roll in this space. So ladies and gentlemen, Qtum, and then you can see it's done over 3,000%. And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about products and tokens that are already in the market and they've done many years. Yes. DAISY is not yet in the market. And before it hits the market, it's done 5,000% already. You get it at 10 cents, you get listed at $5, and you tell me that's not a game changer. If you miss this token, you will hear about it, but every time you hear the name DAISY, you will hiss. And of course, every time we hear, even before it goes to the market, every time I point the calculator, I start laughing. I start smiling. If not that my wife and my kids know why I'm laughing, they would think maybe they should visit Ibobi. Take me that side, Yaba side, that Yaba side, because something is happening to me. This morning, I engaged my mentor in this class. I say, this number, sometimes it feels so unreal. But ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing unreal about these numbers. It's reality. The best time to get involved in a company or in an opportunity is when there is going to be a massive growth. Ladies and gentlemen, Daisy has done amazingly well. Daisy, like I said, is not a new startup. Daisy is a crowdfunding arrangement that has produced tremendous results. And I'm going to show you, a roll call of what Daisy has done in just 60 days. Yes, in 60 days of operations, you see what Daisy has. So Daisy has gone beyond the formulation, has gone through the concentration period when you are past the teaching problem, and then you are trying to, take off, so to speak. Daisy is poised for massive growth and massive momentum. Why? Have you wondered about it? The day Daisy gets listed, I'm talking about 2 or 3 weeks from now, Daisy becomes a $1 billion affair. Now, you can get involved with Daisy when Daisy is a couple of hundreds of millions of dollars. Yes, once this curve takes off, you've missed the train. Ladies and gentlemen, you are hearing this, and I can tell you, after now, the next time you hear it from people like us that have become $1 million riches. That's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. So you want to hear about Daisy. What is this? Daisy is giving us so much. And who is Daisy? What is Daisy? Daisy is an equity crowdfunding model for financial technology sector. Daisy, like I said, has successfully crowdfunded her first project, a fintech company called Endotech. Endotech is going to be listed on New York Stock Exchange in the first quarter of 2022. And ladies and gentlemen, I myself, speaking to you, I'm a proud equity holder of Daisy. So today, when you get involved with Daisy, even though project 1 is done and dusted, so to speak, you can be crowdfunded, you can be grafted into that project, and you begin to enjoy what we are enjoying. Why? Because Daisy has built a 120,000 strong business community, very, very active and validated business community, and raised over $150 million in establishing that first project. So Daisy is not a startup. It's done the first project and has done extremely well. Paid out over $60 million in profit and bonuses to members of the business community. Today, Daisy is poised for the second project, which is a DeFi exchange. And just like I've shown you, that is packed with a lot of value. So this is an opportunity for you to be a part of a business community that give you access to profit, equity, and income all in one swoop. And then, of course, it's an opportunity to get in at the ground level and enjoy massive return on investment. So the way it is structured, you need to be part of the business community before you can access the value that is exclusively available to the business community. So the business community has an opportunity to get into the project first, get into the project at a good level, get into the project before every other person, get into the project before the public gets to hear about it. So it's called the Daisy advantage. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in this group already, you need to be part of this powerful business community. Why? Because very soon, we are not going to be talking about making money. We are going to be buying up companies and buying up assets around the world. Yes, it's possible. It's happening already. And you can be part of this powerful business arrangement. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you get involved? How do you become a part of the Daisy community so that you can enjoy the Daisy advantage? Well, Daisy has made it possible that you can come in even with as little as $100. So Daisy is a platform where everybody wins, irrespective of who you are. Everybody has access to benefits at your level. So there are 10 different doors through which you can get into Daisy. There's $100, $200, $400, $800, all the way to the 10th entry level, which is $51,200. Now, the way it's structured, you can't jump any of the entry level. So if you say, oh, I want to come in at entry level 7, you must necessarily first enter through entry level 1, $100, and then entry level 2, and then entry level 3. So it becomes a cascade of all of that. Now, interestingly, once the money comes in, that is not registration. That is your contribution to be a crowdfunder, to put your money in the business system where I put it this way. I tell people, if you want to, if there was an opportunity to own 40% of Amazon, they will given condition that the minimum contribution they want is maybe $10 million. If I can't afford $10 million alone, but I want the opportunity, I know what the opportunity stands for. I can get 4 or 5 friends and we can raise $10 million together. That's a crowdfunding. So we're not just raising money. It's not a money system. It's a money structure. We raise the value, we bring our value together to consolidate so that we can plug into a profitable venture. That's what it's about. So your money comes in, it splits into 2. One goes into funding the project, the other one goes into the marketing system. And I'm not going to talk about the marketing system tonight. If you want to get to know about how this is all structured, the reward system and the profit and the income and all that, how they all tie together, you need to get a couple of videos that dealt extensively with all that, or you get in touch with the person who invited you to this meeting. But suffice it to say that once you plug into Daisy with any of these tiers or any of these entry levels, it first plugs into Project One, giving you access to equity in a billion-dollar company, giving you access to return on investment that comes from trading profit that comes from that platform, and also now open the door for you to now access the value that is available in Project 2, which is where the token is available at 10 cents a token. And of course, by July 1, this window will close. And then by July 15th, between July 15th and July 30th or 31st, the token will be listed on at least 5 exchanges across the world. And then the public wants to buy the token. Guess what? They'll get the token at $5 a token. So ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to even think about it. The next thing you want to do is get plugged in. How do you get plugged in? Very simple and very easy. On your smartphone, everything happens on your smartphone. You download an app on your phone, TronLink Pro, and then you fund it with a cryptocurrency called USDT. That's the dollar equivalent of what you want to contribute. And then you decide the level of comfort, your level of comfort, where you want to play. And then once you do that, then it opens the door for you now to be able to buy the tokens to the tune of the level where you are playing. So you are at $100, you can only get $100 worth of token, even if you have $1,000. So if you want to get more token, then play at a higher level. Of course, value finds level. Value finds its level. So ladies and gentlemen, you can hold the token, which is my preference. Hold the token for as long as you want to. And of course, you can sell a part of the token to recover your money. Let me show you the simple mathematics here. As I round up, $200. If you have only $200, say to me, I've had everything you say, but show me finally how $200 become $5,000. This is it here. If you forgot every other thing I said, remember this last slide. What is this saying? Simple. I have $200. I take $100 out of the $200 and plug into Daisy community. That opens the door and qualifies me and positions me to be able to access token at 10 cents. I said, so what happened? I have $100 left, and I take the $100 and plug it in on 1st of July, having prepared myself and positioned myself before then. And then that $100 will give me 1,000 tokens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 1,000 token means on the day of listing, which is another 30 days maximum from then, from 1st of July, 30th, 31st of July, each of those tokens that I got at 10 cents becomes already worth $5 each. So you have 1,000 tokens. What happened? That's $5,000 in your mind. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the least value you can get from this transaction. Because comparable products and projects are doing $40, $50, $80. Now, I don't want to stand here and promise you that you're going to get $80. Someone say, what if they list it and the price crash? I said, have you not seen what other tokens that crashed did? I said, let's even assume for playing, I don't like playing the devil's advocate because I don't look like the devil. But assuming for sake of argument, this gets listed, and for some reason, all the forces of darkness decide that we're going to crash the price of this token. Imagine they crash the price of this token from $5 to $1. You got it at 10 cents. You are still doing 10 times or 1,000% better than you were or you would have been if you had kept the money in the bank. And all this can happen in a space of 60 days. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to stop here because sometimes you talk and talk and talk and talk. It doesn't mean that you will do what I'm saying. So I tell people, I've stopped telling people what to do. I just tell them what I'm doing. What I'm doing is that I'm massively invested in this project. In the first project, I put in $6,300, and I know what is hitting my account regularly. And in this project, I'm even willing and ready to do more, much more. Why? Because I understand the dynamics. Imagine I have 100,000 tokens. Imagine that this token goes from $5 to $10 to $15 to $20 to, this afternoon I was discussing with my mentor, I said, this thing can go to $40 and you have 100,000 units. Listen to me, that's $4 million. Excuse me, in a country like Nigeria, me, a citizen of Dot Kingdom, Dot Land, $4 million is a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen. So let me stop here. I know you have questions. I know you won't understand everything. But if you want to wait until you understand it fully before you get involved, and then how many of us understand how the aircraft work before we get on board? We don't. Or we still get on board because we are going somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, if your future is a great destination to you, if your dreams are very important to you, there are things you will do tonight. Make a decision. $200 will not kill you. And of course, you want to do more than $200, you know the maths now. This is a very simple maths you can do for yourself. So I want to stop here and thank you for listening to me. Maybe I didn't come across as the way you wanted to hear me speak, but this is me. No airs around it. Simple, straightforward. This is what you want to hear. Thank you so much for listening. I'll turn it back to my great mentor. We call him GSM. GSM, over to you. Thank you so much.
Wow, wow, wow. This is absolutely a masterclass, man. You know, like I said, every time you speak, you just get me hooked. Everything stops because there is an angle, there is a twist, there's a story, and everything connects at the end of it. Guys, I mean, like I said, you know, he just said first of all, thank you. Just thank you for bringing this again. For people who have been attending the webinar, you just a different dimension. We can present this in 1,000 ways. And just like you said, it's not the amount of presentation, it's what connects with you. Sometimes it could just be one thing that connects with you, not because you understand everything. I already personally have a $12,700 stake in Project One. And I was discussing with Emeka this afternoon when he put a call through and trying to tell me what the numbers look like. And let me tell you one of the things that was like a brainwave to me today when we spoke. He reminded me that, guess what? The entire market is down now, guys. I hope you know that. If you are in the crypto space, the market is down. And I said, yes. He said, do you know, have you recognized that in whenever there is a rising tide, every boat rises? I said, yes. Where are you going with this? He said, supposing this thing was launched when Bitcoin was around $60,000 and all those things, and as the market is crashing, if you check, the entire crypto market begins to also crash along with it. I said, yes. I'm still not piecing this together. He said, oh. He said, now you are launching at the bottom of the market in a way. Now, imagine if this market begins to go northward. That potential of the $5 has the capacity to jump to $40, $50 just on that basis alone, that we're already on a down market. I said, come to think about this. And I said to him, I said, please don't tell me about $40. Don't tell me about $50. Let's leave it at $10 because I will be taking, I'm maximizing my position. So I'm having a 127,000 token. I said at $5, that is over $600,000. At $10, that will be over $1.3 million. Then you are now talking about 40, 50. I said, no, just keep me away. Just let me sleep, okay? And listen, I'll come back to the question because I've seen the question there, and I'll show you some things why that might not be the case. Guys, what we have, you do not understand. If you understand it, you'll be screaming. A few weeks ago in May, I and a few of us had the opportunity to get into Etherlight. For some of us who know Etherlight is a breakaway, like a fork of that is happening because of the halving of Ethereum. Now, I missed Etherlight pre-sale. It was on 6 cents. I missed it just 2 seconds. Immediately I was clicking the purchase button, the timer and the countdown for it to stop selling a pre-sale just expired exactly when I clicked. That also just refreshed and it said it's over. I and a few of my friends, we had to raise an emergency. We raised, was it $35,000? They needed 50,000 euros, but we were able to raise $35,000 within just about 72 hours to be able to take position to find a way to buy it even at 60 cents. Guess what? It was at 6 cents, meaning the guy selling to us had already made 10x in 24 hours. Now, and I said, this is a pre-sale. And guys, Etherlight will be something very huge. Where you now see the potential of what Emeka has just shared, getting your $200 to do $5,000. The question will now be, how many of that will you love to put? Now, I will, Emeka, just give me a second. There are questions in here I want you to answer. But before he answers your question, I want to also show you something in case you are a guest here and you are wondering, is this thing real? And I will allow him to bring back his screen. But let me show you something here. I've been doing this. This is CoinGecko, guys. I don't know if you can see my screen. You can see my screen. This is CoinGecko. So let me come here. The same thing you can do on what is it called? CoinMarketCap. So if you can see my screen, look at this. This is DeFi. DeFi and NFT are actually exploding in the space. Okay. Now, okay, great. Now, this is, you can see here, top 100 DeFi coins by market capitalization. Top 100. Because some people might feel what Emeka is saying does not look legit. Okay. This is Uniswap, guys. This is Uniswap. Is the number one. I'm showing you the top 100. If you come down quickly and just scroll down, all-time low was 9 months ago at $1. This is not pre-sale. All-time high was just 1 month ago, May 3rd. This is $44. Guys, would you have loved to put in $100? And for every dollar you cash out $44, this was over 4,000%. Over 4,000% in a space of about 8 months, basically. Now, many of us didn't see this. Many of us would have thought this was a scam. But look at what happened now. Again, some persons got this at pre-sale. Let's go back one more. I'll show you something. Look at Aave. Aave was on the summit that we just had. Look at Aave, guys. Aave is a 297, okay? All-time low of Aave was 7 months ago, $26. All-time high was 29 days ago, $661. Would you have loved for every $30 it turned to 660 and 61? It simply means if you had even put in $200 here, let's even say 20, it gave you 40. No, not 40, 30. What's my math looking like? Let's even say, let's say 30. Okay, so now let's say it gives you about 6. Okay, it gives you about 6 to 6. You put 200, it gives you about 6 tokens. And your 6 token turns to about 6, about for each of them goes to 600 and something. Think about how many percentage return that is. Guys, this is just within 7 months. $26 going to 600. Even right now at the current price of 200, wouldn't you have loved to put in $26 and it's giving you 200? That is massive profit. You think you have seen it all? Hold on, Emeka will answer your question. Let's come for those of us who are running and rushing to Pancake to buy. I'm showing you the top 10, guys. You can go there and check. It's $16 right now. All-time low was 8 months ago. How much was it? 19 cents. All-time high was just 2 months ago, $43. How do you turn 20 cents to $43 in the space of 7 months? Guys, it wasn't a one-year project. So you imagine somebody had put in $1,000 and imagine how much the person would have taken out, and somebody comes and says the person is a Yahoo boy. These are ignorant statements from people who do not fact check to know what is happening. I'll show you 2 more for your curiosity, then I'll turn this over to Emeka to answer your question. Let me take a look at Auto. Auto is a coin, okay? Auto coin. Guys, it's Auto coin, $1,254 currently right now live. All-time low, guys, take a look. This was 5 months ago, $22. This is not pre-sale. Remember what Emeka was showing us is at pre-sale. Guys, this is $22 5 months ago, where you are where you had $22. Everyone on this call had $22 5 months ago. But look at all-time high, 4 months ago, $13,000, 13.9. Listen, look, this is even amazing because you think what Emeka is talking about is a scam. This is January 24, 2021. This is February 20, not even up to 4 weeks. It moved from $22 to $14,000 in 3 weeks. How many $22 would you have loved to put in? And yet, people got this on pre-sale. Guys, this one will be Village Matter. Let me show you one more. Maybe I should show you. No, let me show you because my goat gave birth today. So let me show you goat coin. I got 2 beautiful goats today. Okay, 874. Okay, but take a look at it. This was all-time low, which was even June 14, 3 days ago, 655. Okay, all-time high 2 months ago, $5,000. Guys, these are things that are playing within just in less than 4 or 5 months. And you are seeing from $600 to $5,000, and some people got this at pre-sale. So when you now think even people buying at $5, they know what they are jumping into. I'll show you one more, and I'll turn it over. Socks coin, because some people just think these things don't exist. Everybody shouting Bitcoin. Let me shock you. How much is this? $45,000, right? Scroll down. All-time low, $41. This was 1 year ago, March 13, 2020. March 13, 2020. So if you have a long-term perspective, you are not the give us this day our daily bread. You are not the hunter trying to kill and eat immediately. You are a farmer. Like Emeka said, you can take some, you can allow some to grow. But guys, take a look. 1 year ago, this is not pre-sale, $41. All-time high was 3 months ago. Guys, can you see this? I don't know if you can see this. $164,000. Where was Bitcoin? You think it's all about Bitcoin. People are screaming Bitcoin. And yet something moved in 1 year from $41 to $164,000. If Bitcoin right now just moved from where he's dancing Kokoma now to $50,000, the market will explode again. If Elon Musk tweets right now, Tesla is the market will shift, everybody begins to run. And these were people making money silently, where you see $41 moving to $164,000. Listen, it is still in the market. Even at the current price of $45,000, guys, I hope you know that's crazy, stupid profit. $45,000, and 1 year ago you would have gotten it at $41. Do you still want to call most of these things a scam? Again, I'm just showing you things in the space. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Friends, this is what we are talking about here. So I'll allow Emeka to probably go through Someone says, is there a chart for DeFi? That's what I'm showing you. Go to CoinMarketCap, Dennis, and check top 100 DeFi. You will see different charts. You see different things. The things I've just showed you, they are DeFi. Okay, I hope that had answered you. I answered you practically, not just theory. Okay, so guys, there's so much money here. Emeka, somebody's asking, how can we know this is not a scam to get investors' money? Who owns Daisy? Why is it not in the US of A?
Okay, this is what they call a compound question.
Okay.
Okay, so let's try to dissect it together. I will take it one after the other.
Yeah.
How do we know this is not a scam? Well, if it's a scam, then it means everything that is on CoinMarketCap is a scam, because Daisy is already on CoinMarketCap. The only thing you will not see there are the figures. The figures are kept blanked out. Why? Because we are still sharing this opportunity with you. The moment they close the door for this, discretionary price they're giving the community, then they will put the public price. So it wouldn't make sense to say Daisy is 10 cents and then it's also $5. They will not wonder. That's where it will not become a scam. But so today, the reason the figures are not showing is because Daisy is waiting for the community to take their bid, and then they will now open it to the public. And so by July 1, when we have taken our bid and they open it to the public, then all these figures that Solomon is showing for other projects will also be available for Daisy. But as for whether you can see Daisy there, so go on CoinMarketCap and type Daisy. And let me also digress a little. I don't know whether we know what it takes to get a project registered on. It's not CoinMarketCap is not a website that you just go and register anything you like. First and foremost, before your project gets there, CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance, in case you don't know. So to get there, Binance needs to proofread, check your blockchain, check your numbers, check your project, do the due diligence to make sure that you are not just bringing. That's why you see there are a lot of shitcoin out there that is on CoinMarketCap. The way they celebrate when they say it's now on CoinMarketCap. Now imagine a token that is not even yet officially on, in the market, but it's already on CoinMarketCap. That's what you need to know. So if that makes it a scam, then every other thing, including Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is also on CoinMarketCap, they're all scam. And if Bitcoin is scam, then Elon Musk is a scam. JP Morgan, the biggest bank in the world, is a scam. Everybody is a scam. And then, of course, if everything is a scam, then even this Zoom meeting we're having is a scam. Of course, it's not scam. So that's my answer to that. Who owns Daisy? We just explained that Daisy is not a company. However, so there are people who are in leadership. Daisy was co-founded by three guys, Jeremy, Elia, and Edward. You just go on YouTube and type Daisy, you will see all their faces there. So they're not hiding, And like I said, they've done projects that, if I'm permitted to say this, that was audited. The first project was audited by KPMG. That's the pedigree. So you get to find. So Daisy, they co-founded Daisy, but Daisy is not a company. They organize, like I said, if you have an opportunity to plug into a project and you don't have the money, you call other guys together. So you will be the founder, so to speak, of that group. But of course, everybody's resources that is put together makes them also co-owners of whatever you eventually get with that money. So what happened? Daisy today is 120,000 members strong. So everybody that put his money down is a part owner of Daisy. And that's why when you get involved, you're giving equity, which means you are a part owner. But of course, some people who co-founded it initially can be said to be owners or part owners of Daisy, higher owners, but we're all owners. I'm a part owner of Daisy. Why is Daisy not in US? Very simple. US is not a country, US is a continent. 50 states, each of them have their own laws. And if you run foul of one state, and not all them, so how do you comply with 50 different laws? You know what it takes to comply with the law of a country? Because they're all different. You need to go and meet each of them differently because they have independence, so to speak. They have their own Supreme Court, they have their own House of Assembly, they have everything is different. So operating in a US environment is very, very challenging. So what most companies do is that let's take the territory that can easily be taken, low-hanging fruit, then we can face US because US itself is a different kettle of fish. Of course, the biggest exchange in the world, Binance, at a point did not have presence in US too. But that didn't make them, suspect or anything. But now they have Binance US, and then they have ordinary Binance for the rest of the world. Why? Because US is a special case. So what is happening? They say, let's stay where we can focus on the business of the day first. When the business is stabilized, we are running smoothly, then we can think about how, you know, to operate in US market, to comply, to make sure that we are complying with all the requirements and not run foul of the law. I hope you know in US, even if when you have not committed an offense, they can issue a cease and desist. Say, don't operate until we know what you're doing. That in itself is the beginning of your wahala. I think that's just why it's not in US. Okay. Any other question? Let me say.
Okay. Thank you. Why we are looking for the next question? Please understand. Somebody said, why is it not in the US? Dubai is not in US. That does not make Dubai a scam. Maybe Nigeria is not in the US. I don't know whether that makes us a scam. Anyway, but again, just like he has rightly put it, there's a lot of structures and different things that that works in some places and may not readily work. Even the Binance US right now is still not functional in the US right now. But you won't say Binance is a scam. They are putting lawyers, they are putting a lot of things because of too many hassles around there. That does not mean that whatsoever does not grow in the US makes it a scam. That mindset was much more like saying, we produce cocoa here, they come here to take our cocoa. So it simply means since our cocoa is not from the US, then it's a scam. Good things can thrive outside the US, and we must come to that mindset and understand it. Okay, but that's what it is. All right, somebody, Dennis is asking, is it the same as Daisy Launchpad?
Yes, everything I've talked about is the Launchpad is a project that you know that all the businesses is going to be running. So look at the Launchpad as the Launchpad is a big word that encompasses the exchange, the other projects that are not Daisy projects, but other projects that want to use Daisy platform to launch their projects. So they don't have to set up their own blockchain and their own infrastructure. They just have the idea, do the white paper, have the business case, and then they leverage Daisy platform to launch their project. So that's why it's called a launch pad. So it's a platform that has all the things that ordinarily would have existed on their own coming together on the same space. And that's why if you hold a piece of Daisy token, it means that you have something like you have a part of Uniswap, a part of Pancake, a part of Aves. In fact, Aave, sorry. And then I'm also, I heard that Solano projects are also going to be on this platform. So basically, most of the exchanges you have today, like Binance, like Uniswap, they're all mono exchanges. Mono means that it's either on one particular blockchain protocol, like Ethereum protocol, or they are on Binance Smart Chain, or or Solana. But where you have a platform that has the capacity to host projects that are on Ethereum, projects that are on Binance, that's why it's called a launch pad. You can't really call that an exchange anymore. It has more than an exchange. It has multi-exchanges all put it together. It has multi-protocols, multi-blockchain. So that's why it's called a multi-chain. So I really don't want to go into the technicalities of what comes together. I just like the numbers and I just like making money. That's all. Someone say if you miss Daisy, it will Daisy. Exactly. You will not. Your children will set up a panel for you, and you won't like what you see.
Now, simply put, Ken, I've seen your question. We'll take your question right now. But simply put, guys, this is what it is. There is a community. If you are part of the community, then you can be a part of the token purchase at the pre-sale. You can buy the token without being in the Daisy community. So you can wait, but then the listing price is $5. You'll be buying it when it's $5 and above. Now, what you have right now is the opportunity to get it at pre-sale. That is what this is all about. You don't need to be a part of our community. You might have enough money to buy it when it's much more high. Remember, Bitcoin was $400, was $200. Some people did not bought, but they bought when it was 60. So you may want to fall in that category to buy when it's much more higher. So, okay, let me just wait and see if it goes $5, then I will buy. For some of us, we see the opportunity. I rather buy it at 10 cents because $100 will give me 10,000 tokens, and that will give me $5,000 at the pre-sale, at the listing of the market. Needless to say, other upward pricing. Now, somebody is saying, Kenya is saying, what are the indices that will make Daisy rise?
Okay, that's a very smart question.
Yeah.
Now, just get ready. I hope you'll be able to sleep this night when I tell you. Make sure you'll be able to sleep. Rita Oramadike, I know this name. I hope it's the same Rita that I know. Okay, no problem. If it's the same Rita, please chat me after this meeting. What are the indices? What are the factors? Number one, I've told you already today. This afternoon I was trying to explain Daisy to someone that is on this call. Dele is on this call. So Dele is based in UK. I was trying to explain, he is already on board anyway. But I was just, ruminating. I was talking about Daisy. I said, Daisy is like a man who bought a piece of land and, just bush. And then suddenly they are doing, what do you call it? They're doing a survey of that area. And then they just chanced on it and they found that this piece of land has minerals. And then they inform you, what are you going to do? You immediately come and do fence around it. And then while they are not prospecting, they find that it has more than, it's not just one mineral, it has multi-mineral, different deposits. I mean, what are you going to do? You relocate. Because that's where a man's treasure is. That's where his heart will be. That's what Daisy is like. Now, what are the factors that will make Daisy token in a hot cake? And that's why someone say, if you miss it, you'll be dazed. Number one, the fact that Daisy already has a community. I have a couple of coins I bought, some of them I've done pre-sale. I bought a pre-sale. They don't have a community. So it means that when you buy the coin, then you and every other person who bought the coin will now begin to work hard to promote, to talk about it, to get other people to, usually they'll have a Telegram group, and then it will start growing in number. And then what are you going to be doing? You want to make sure that the value of that token go up because it pay you. You are a stakeholder now. So they will build the community with time. That's why you're seeing all-time low and all that. As they're building the community, the more the community, because that means those are the people that will be making noise about it, but hyping it, the more the value will grow. Now, imagine that Daisy already has 100. By the time Daisy actually becomes available publicly, Daisy probably will have about 150,000, strong community. That means from day one, Daisy already has a boss. 150,000 people who have stake, who want it to go up, who are going to talk about it. That is a factor that will make Daisy go beyond our expectation. Number two is the fact that most communities set up token, by the time the token hit the market is worthless, so to speak, because there's no value in it. It is saying that they're just ordinary token or ordinary exchange. They then start looking for businesses of value that will now, when people look at it and say, okay, because this and this and this projects are on this exchange, then this exchange has come to stay. So let's invest in it. No, Daisy already has projects that are waiting to launch on it. That in itself, in fact, Daisy, they should be saying, okay, we are selling only at this price, but because of these other people that are going to launch, you are paying X plus, but we are getting all that value already available. So even if we don't know the value, the market space understands the value of getting involved in a project that already has other projects that are going to launch on it, which means it's you're getting value more than it's like moving into a house that is already furnished. Number three is the fact that Daisy is not, I know some projects that when they launch, first they will go and, exchanges are ranked based on the volume of trade that happen on them, the quality of other projects, because, like keep like, birds of the same feather flock together. Now, there are places where before you can list, you need to meet certain requirements. For example, you will hardly see on Binance projects that have, 9 zeros. Those things will cost shitcoin. Hey, you can't see them on Binance. Why? Because to list on Binance, first of all, apart from the fact they will analyze your project and all that and pass it before the money they are going to ask you to pay before you start is not be here. We're talking about $6 million and above. Now, so exchanges are categorized based on the volume, based on the quality of projects that are on them, and based on the pedigree. Now, Daisy is listing. So what's happening at most projects, we start from, C-class exchanges. As they are making money, they're not using the money they're making from the value that the project is gathering to now advertise and move forward and then say, oh, we are listing on this exchange. We are listing on this. Recently, somebody told me that Shiba Inu, Shiba Inu, it's not a name of a demon. It's a coin. Shiba Inu, just listed on Coinbase. So if you check today, it got a bounce of 14% to 15% because they just listed on Coinbase. But you see how long it took them to get to Coinbase. So that's how it is. But Daisy is listing on #1 exchange, Binance, and 4 other A+ exchanges from day one. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a statement of pedigree. That's a statement of class. Of course, that is going to make sure that anybody that is hearing Daisy, I say, where is he listed? They say Binance. They don't need to check anything. White paper, black paper. No. They said, look, if they can list on Binance from day one, they know what they're talking about. I'm giving you 3. I can give you 7. Ladies and gentlemen, because I thought through it. Sometimes I don't even sleep very well in the night because when I punch numbers, I say $1 million is going to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how good this is. Of course, we look at things like the quality of people of the platform on which Daisy, the premise on which Daisy is built. Daisy is built on transparency. Which other company tells you everything they do? Daisy tells you everything. I've been with Daisy for the first project, so I'm not saying what they said. I'm saying what I've experienced. And anybody who has been part of Project One will be able to confirm what I'm saying. That even they are transparent to a fault. Most of us invest in projects, we don't even know the people behind it. We just hear the name. I will look at the ped, oh, it's okay. The numbers make sense, and we invest. Here, we know everything before you even get in. That in itself, that transparency is value that people are willing to pay for. It's going to move the price forward. And of course, I can go on and on. Of course, let me even say this one before I just stop here. But if you leave me, I can give you like 10 of them. The fact that the market is in a slump, ladies and gentlemen, if you, like I said when we are presenting, if the market is at $60, $60,000 for Bitcoin and going on, and then Daisy launch, and what happened, and the market lose 60%, then we will be in a situation where it's when we are coming in that the market is nosediving. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they say he that is down needs fear no fall. The market is already on the floor. And go and check history. Every time a project is launched, the day is launched, because everybody can get a pre-sale. People look for the token. The demand is more than supply. So it's going to have a bounce. I just told you that Shiba Inu today was listed. It's an old token. But because it was listed on another exchange today, it got 14% when every other person is losing money. So imagine the kind of bounce we're going to have when we hit the market. It's going to be massive. And then if you are following Bitcoin and it's the Awilo that is dancing, you know that Bitcoin has been able to somehow find a place where it's been oscillating. It means that the worst most likely is over. The only direction the market is about to hit is upward. So as soon as we come out from the garage, I'm hoping that between the next 30 days, 45 days, as we are coming out from the garage, that's when the market is taking off. Ladies and gentlemen, and we hit the market at $5, where do you think we are going? And that's why I'm happy to announce to you that if you get into this token, expect, if your heart can carry it, expect $40 in the first 60 days. It will happen. It will happen. If your mind cannot carry it, stay at $5, please. So with these few points of mine, I hope I have succeeded in
my mind have not carried 40, but at least my mind has carried more than 5. I want to sleep well. But great answer. And there are few selling points that he made that I just want us to take note why the price will rise. Number one, it's projected to have to be on 5 exchanges in its first month. 5 exchanges. Listen, that is a price raiser. One of the major projects that will be launching the first IDOs on our launch pad is Solana. Solana, guys, that on a standalone, that is a very big project. Standalone, not to talk of coming into our community using our launch pad, and we're also on the digital summit. So that's a big one. You have, as at today, the Daisy community is 120,000, not Telegram. There are many small children on Telegram looking for free airdrop. This is not, we are not Telegram children, according to Desmond Elliott. we are not Telegram children. These are people, 120,000 paid member in the community. Guys, this can move anything. Most of the things you see launching, go and check their Telegram group. 2,000 people they are launching, 5,000 people they are launching, which is why they try to do pump and dump with 5,000 people. Now imagine you have over 120,000 people. If you think if you want to pump it, it's $40 that Mecca is talking about. We just be a child's play. So, but this is not a pump and dump thing. We are using cross chain again, which allows multiple transaction, unlike Uniswap where you have only Ethereum, unlike Pancake where you have only BS. So this is small chain. Tron can operate, Solana can operate, Polkadot can operate, and a whole lot of things. It brings a lot of value on that platform. And again, he did mention we're on a down market. Listen, the upside potential is much more. Then the release, we are not dumping the token, even for the people who are buying on pre-sale. Please be aware of that. They will be they are releasing it proportionately. So it's not because I bought 100,000, they release 100,000 to me. It will not happen. They've already stated that it will not happen because they also want to make sure that this thing does not has a rising curve, and that's for your benefit. You don't want a shit coin, and there's not a shit coin anyway. But again, even at a, like I said, like I told them, like I said, I know I'm going to have over 100,000 tokens. Even if they give me 10,000 at the first tranche, and it hits $5, that's already $50,000, and it goes to it now goes to $10. That's already $100,000, and that's a fraction of what I've been given. And they are trying to hold the rest so that it can rise. Listen, everybody will win. Everybody will win. Okay, so more on all this will be coming to us. So there's vested release. So it's not an MLM coin. Once it goes out there, the community and the world takes over, and they're already running. Thank you very much, Emeka, for throwing so much light on this. And like just what Chris Belaka here said, from the things I've shown, we've seen most of this coin at their low, and we saw them rising. You will only be challenged with the rise in price if you are short time, you join today, you are waiting, as it not enter $100 tomorrow. But again, look at the things I showed you. Wealth grows with time. Wealth grows with time. Allow time. Some of it might go very fast, some of it, but at least between a few months. In fact, as a matter of fact, in their own estimation, that the minimum they are looking at by December is $50. It was made that announcement that's what they are projecting, $50. And well, I'm saying, please just allow my BP to stay where it is, because I don't want to start waking up like Emeka and pressing calculator. I was asking him today whether he's using a Aboki calculator or scientific calculator, but there's a whole lot here. Okay, any other question? Because I see, okay, somebody's saying here, how can I buy in the US? Dennis is asking, how can I buy in the US? Dennis, you can buy in the US. Now, there are a few things we won't say out for all intents and purposes. Again, just like Emeka was saying, we are not financial advisors, and you know the US market. Just one person can say something and they want to penalize you. You have seen that over and over again. One person can go and put earning income without disclaimer, and they'll say that becomes a scam because of one person's sin. So there are things I will want to say, but because this is on the recording, I'm sorry, I will not say it. But get back to whoever invited you, and they will show you the work around that. That's just a matured answer, and I hope you do get that. Okay, that being said, let me put this on. Let me open up the this thing before we. Okay, PNG, I see your hand up. PNG, I see your hand up. Are you still there, ma'am? Hello, PNG, I see your hand up. you can unmute if you are still there. But why if anybody has anything, I think you can unmute right now. I've given you the permission to unmute yourself and speak if you have any other thing. Otherwise, we'll call it a wrap because this truly has been worth it. It's a beautiful, we've done, wow, we've done over an hour. Okay. Yep. And okay, please unmute your mic if you have anything. Say PNG, I still see your hand raised. You can unmute your mic if you so choose.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. Welcome everyone. I'm really excited. Emeka, it was awesome what you delivered to the point. And I just want to put just one answer to that last question. And the person that asked the guarantee that this will be the bomb. Well, only one thing I can tell you, in my years of crypto gallivanting, the moment the DeFi and segment came on board last year, the landscape changed. That entrance became a guarantee on its own. The decentralized finance, it actually was confirmed. That's actually what is giving this particular bull run the icing, because this bull run will be nothing but shaggy. If you're not on it, you are doomed. I want to let us know something. I was monitoring the timing of Daisy. Initially I was like, ooh, it's coming at a precarious time of this manipulation by the whales. But the beautiful thing is there's a death cross coming in. Okay, death cross is when the 50 moving average crosses the 200 moving average. And from the previous analysis, this death cross will signal a dip, another dip, and there will be a slight dip, and the main bull run will come. Take it from me, if you see that dip, buy the dip. And it's actually coinciding. The moment the dip will start rising up will be our launch date. So it will be a trigger. It will be a parachute. I mean, it will be like a jet storm, okay? The dreamer. So another thing is you're talking about the DeFi sector. Oh boy, as at now, if you don't have tokens outside this, when you think about ADA, Cardano, you think about Link, you think about Aave, Pancake, Maker, Luna, Rune, Compound, Synthesis. YFI, as of today, is $36,077. One token of YFI. That is the Yield Finance. Then Graph, Curve. Curve is a token that PayPal has bought. Then Nexus Mutual. Nexus Mutual is a token owned by the biggest insurance within this ecosystem. Out of over 250 tokens in the DeFi sector, then you now go to the next sector that is actually trying to outpace the DeFi sector, which is the non-fungible token sector. This is the backyard. This is the polo club of the high and the mighty, the Silicon Valley, the Wall Street gurus. This is the arena that they play. And when Daisy is just a launch pad for DeFi sector with over 250 companies, the NFT sectors with over 150 companies, we're talking about 400 plus companies using this launchpad. How sweet can this be? The money you are making from the Daisy token is not even the big deal. The big deal is you are now in a launchpad that is unprecedented. Every other launchpad is a mono launchpad, but this is a launchpad that will entail over 400 tokens. So on a daily basis, we'll be receiving airdrops. You receive money so that Abiola's name will be forgotten. Because of you, your family's name will be rewritten. It's a guarantee from me. I'm a unrepentant crypto trader. I follow crypto like people that follow the the prophets from the east, the wise men from the east. You know how they were following the stars. That's how I follow crypto. So I can guarantee you that this is when your prayers have been answered. When you talk about windows of heaven emptying on you, that is the era we are in. You don't need to know the tokens. They will drop on your laps. If you are talking about Solana, if you are talking about Aave, you are talking about Chainlink, you are talking about Pancake Maker. These are coins that have their own path, but we are getting it on Daisy without blinking. You will get anything they are doing. They are telling you you are part of us. Oh boy, we are underestimating who we are with the inclusion of Daisy. We are going to be whining and dining in the same financial pedigree with the guys in Silicon Valley. That is the guarantee. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Also, PNG, you got me laughing when you said you are following crypto like the wise men from the East. And that brought to my mind that truly you are a wise dot from the East and you are following crypto passionately. Guys, listen, again, we keep saying some things here. It's because we want everybody to win. Whether you are doing crypto, you are doing Daisy or not, just go and get some of the listed things you've talked about. Solana, ADA, Aave, and the rest of it. Just go get them and keep. We listed a couple of them in our last meeting, and we'll keep listing many more as the days go by. But well, a quick one that I've just seen here. Somebody said, he said, please, how can you list steps again for emphasis on how to get on board? Okay, Olumide, this is how to get on board. Get back to the person who invited you. The person will help you to get on board. But this is basically how to get on board. You will need a wallet that you control. It's a Tron wallet, TronLink Pro. Download TronLink Pro, fund it, and you will use the referral link of the person who invited you to get into the community. It is at the level that you are in the community that you can buy token to. So if you're on a $100 level, then you can buy token worth $100, which is why Emeka said how to turn $200 to $500, because that simply means my initial outlay into the community plus my token of $100, that's $200. But remember the listing price, and that it's your 100 that you bought for the token for the token will be giving you a thousand token. At $5 listing, that's already 5,000. So that's how to move 200 to 5,000. Now, we're not even talking about the upside that we've all analyzed. So what now happens if you are on the second tier? To be in second tier, you will need a total of $300. That means you can buy up to $300 worth of token. That will be giving you again 3,000 token. That will be giving you again $15,000. You can keep doing the math. So Olumide, please get back to whoever invited you. They will show you how to get started. But please, the most important thing I will say to you, please, when you download your TronLink Pro, please do make sure, in the name of whatever you believe, to save your mnemonic passphrase, 12 mnemonic or your private key. If you lose your mnemonic, it will move from mnemonic to demonic. You will be traumatized and I cannot help you. If you forget your password and you have your mnemonic, you can get your account restored on any other device. So that's the one very important thing I like to put out. I make sure I don't miss it, because so that we truly want everybody to succeed, but we want your assets also to be preserved. I hope that helps. Okay, so that's it. Get this token, get ADA, get Link, get DOT, get Matic, get Ronin, get Aave, get Luna, get ARO, get Sync, get GRT, but don't leave Ethereum. These are hotter than hot. And that's coming from the hot queen from the DOT East, telling us what to get on. And I think it was Dan that said that last minute, said, when she says it, go after it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to truly appreciate you for joining us, and I want to say thank you very much. Emeka, I know you are here. Please, your last word if you are still here, and let's close out.
Last word is very simple. This is a time-sensitive offer. If you blink, you miss. If you don't, like someone said, if you don't take this seriously, you'll be dazed. In the next 60 days, your life can become a dream come true or a nightmare. It's all your choice. It's in your hands now. Thank you.
Your time starts now. Let's go make it happen. We'll get this recording out. We'll put it on the Telegram group. So for those who miss it, you can get to listen to these nuggets from Emeka on how to convert minimum of 200 to 5,000. Why will I be going for 200 when I can probably make it 400, probably make it 1,000, make it 10,000? Let's go for it. Let's make it happen. God bless you. Let's win together. See you on Saturday, God willing, and may your crypto wallet keep rising. God bless you and good night.